Okay, name two miracles of Jesus who we consider as a prophet mentioned in the Quran, and these miracles are not mentioned in the Bible.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu la nabiyya ba'da. Berjumpa lagi dengan channel saya Mars Techno. Saya doakan semoga semua sahabat dalam keadaan sehat selalu. Pada video kali ini kami akan menampilkan usaha dakwah dari seorang dai asal India yang berdakwah di Amerika Serikat, yaitu Dr. Sabeel Ahmed. Beliau sedang mendakwahi kalangan Kristen Kanada yang datang ke masjid beliau. Nah sahabat, mari kita saksikan saja video selengkapnya.
Okay, name two miracles of Jesus who we consider as a prophet mentioned in the Quran, and these miracles are not mentioned in the Bible. What would you say? I'm looking at you, mashallah, right? Okay, anyone, go ahead. The floor is open. Any one of you may have seen the banner up there, or some other banners. You already know the answer, I guess. Name two miracles of Jesus as documented in the Quran, and they're not present in the Bible. What would you say? It's not walking on water, all right? Let's take that away. It's not even turning the water into wine, which is the first miracle in the Bible of Jesus in Matthew. Okay, how many of you have read the Quran? Our non-Muslim brothers and sisters, just raise your hand. Any portion of the Quran that you guys read? Don't worry, I will not pick on you, all right? Oh, okay, many, okay. You too, right? You read some Quran, okay. Okay, anyone, any Muslims over here? You guys know the answer? Go for it. Okay, he spoke in the cradle when he was a baby, right? Can you guys imagine? Baby Jesus, he spoke. And you may be wondering, what did he say, right? Am I hungry, right? What did Jesus say when he spoke? So here is the story. Here is an amazing story. So one thing that the Quran believes is that Mary, she was a virgin when she became pregnant with Jesus. So after she gave birth to Jesus, she was really afraid that what will my people say and think? They will accuse me of adultery, fornication, but she didn't have a choice. After she delivered Jesus, she brought the baby to her people. And they started to accuse her, pointing fingers at her, blaming her, immodesty, unchastity, and all these, nasty things. What can she say? There is no DNA test, there is no evidence. What can she say, right? She remained quiet. At that point, she pointed to baby Jesus. And baby Jesus, just a few days old, he started to speak. So this is documented in chapter 19 of the Quran, verse number 30 and onwards. The English translation is this: baby Jesus, he's speaking and he's saying that I am a servant of God. God made me a prophet and God gave me a book. And God gave me to be good to my mother and to pray and to give charity. Then he goes on. So that's the very first thing, the very first miracle about Jesus as documented in the Quran. Okay, what other miracles? So there is one more miracle or few other miracles. So one other miracle in the Quran, not in the Bible. Anyone? Imam, I'm looking at you, right? He's the Imam of the masjid, right? No, sorry, I don't want to pick on you. He has the Quran in front of him. You can peek if you want. He memorized the whole Quran too, mashallah. Yeah, table from heaven, right? The way that you guys are eating, this is just, food that they cooked in the back somewhere, right? Or they are catered. Just imagine if God sent food from heaven and people are eating that food. Amazing, out of this world food. That is a miracle. One more miracle, Imam, as you know obviously, is that it says in the Quran chapter 3 verse number 49 and onwards that Jesus, he used to make birds of clay and breathe into them and they used to fly off. And he used to heal the lepers and the sick And then the Quran also says that he gave life to the dead. But after every miracle of Jesus mentioned in this passage, God is saying it is by the permission, the power of God that Jesus was doing those miracles. Just to make sure that people don't start worshipping a human because he's doing miracles, God is clear in the Quran, those miracles are coming not from Jesus or any prophet, those miracles are coming from the Creator. By His power, by His permission, Jesus was doing those miracles. So just to make sure that in the same context, Jesus was not the only prophet who did miracles in the Quran or documented in the Quran. Muhammad, peace be upon him, there are many miracles in the Quran, outside of the Quran, that he performed, which are documented. Moses parted the Red Sea. Abraham did many miracles, so did Ishmael and Isaac and Solomon and David, many prophets that did miracles. Every miracle of any prophet according to Islam, according to the Quran, God is the power, God is the source. So to God we worship and not the humans. So that's an important message of Islam. So in the context of Islam, it will not be complete, any lecture, any presentation, if we don't highlight all the prophets, but especially Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So he was born in Arabia around the year 570, right? 570, 571. So when he was born, this was the state of Arabia at that time. Idol worship was rampant. Almost every home, every corner, there used to be an idol. Monotheism was diluted as it was brought by Abraham, Jesus, Moses, peace be upon all those prophets. War was, so many wars every month, every day, every year. Female infanticide was really common. Oppression of women was common. When it comes to female infanticide, it's quite stark. It's quite depressing. It's dark ages before Islam came to Arabia at that time. What they used to do is, it was a sense of shame for any home to have a baby girl born in that home. What they used to do, some of them, they used to bury the baby girls alive. That was the state of darkness. But after Islam came, Islam uplifted women equal to men in the eyes of God spiritually. Gave different roles, but equal reward, right? Maybe in the Q&A session, we can go over some of the rights, the honors, and the respect Islam has given to women. Some of those are documented in this wall over here. So that was the state in which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that he was born. As you can see from the chart over here, that Muhammad, peace be upon him, he's over here. Oops, there you go. He's over here. However, he's a direct descendant of Ishmael, and Ishmael was the oldest son of Prophet Abraham. And obviously Prophet Abraham had one more son, actually 3 sons, but these are the 2 main ones. So Isaac, through the lineage of Isaac, you have all of these descendants and all of these prophets, right? And from the lineage of Ishmael, the oldest son, you have this one prophet, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And through him, the rest of the Arabs and many, many other Muslims. So there is a connection, right? So Muslims and the Jews and the Christians, we are cousins. We are brothers and sisters. So just to highlight that these are not the only prophets that God has appointed for humanity, according to the Quran, chapter 16, verse number 36, that God has appointed prophets and messengers to all the nations and all the people of the past. And their message was one: inviting humanity to the submission of one God. Not to worship humans and idols and animals and the creation, but only submit and worship to the one Creator.
Masya Allah, sebuah tayangan video dakwah yang sangat menarik dari sebuah channel dakwah YouTube, yaitu Dr. Sabeel Ahmed. Dalam dakwahnya, beliau berfokus kepada kalangan non-muslim dari agama manapun yang bersedia datang berkunjung ke masjid untuk beliau sampaikan presentasi singkat mengenai ajaran agama Islam. Lalu dilanjutkan pada sesi tanya jawab. Setelah acara selesai pun, biasanya para tamu undangan diberikan terjemahan ayat suci Al-Qur'an dalam bahasa Inggris dan juga berupa pamflet-pamflet tentang agama Islam. Pada video kali ini, Dr. Sabeel Ahmed memberikan pertanyaan kepada para hadirin. Apakah Anda tahu dua mukjizat yang ada pada Yesus atau Nabi Isa alaihissalam yang ada dalam kitab suci Al-Qur'an tetapi tidak ada di dalam Bible? Dijelaskan oleh Dr. Sabeel Ahmed bahwa yang pertama adalah dijelaskan dalam Al-Qur'an surat 19 ayat 30 dan seterusnya, yaitu bayi Yesus dapat berbicara saat masih berusia beberapa hari. Anda mungkin membayangkan kira-kira apa yang dibicarakan Yesus pada saat itu. Apakah saya lapar? Canda beliau. Jadi satu hal yang Al-Qur'an yakini bahwa Maryam adalah perawan ketika dia mengandung Yesus. Jadi setelah dia melahirkan Yesus, dia benar-benar sangat takut. Apa yang akan orang-orang katakan tentang hal tersebut, tentang diri saya? Mereka akan menuduhnya berbuat cabul, berbuat zina. Namun dia tidak ada pilihan. Dia tetap membawa bayi Yesus ke dalam masyarakatnya. Melihat hal tersebut, masyarakat mulailah menuduhnya. Masyarakat menyalahkannya. Apa yang harus dia katakan? Maryam tetap diam dan menunjuk ke arah bayi Yesus. Dan mukjizat Allah, bayi Yesus yang baru berumur beberapa hari, dia mulai berbicara. Saya adalah pelayan Tuhan. Tuhan menjadikanku seorang nabi dan Tuhan memberiku kitab suci. Dan Tuhan memerintahkanku untuk berbuat baik kepada ibuku, melakukan sholat dan sedekah. Nah sahabat, mungkin itu saja sedikit video reaksi dari saya. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.